Welcome. Well, I'm here today to talk to you about a really good subject about air cleaners versus air scrubbers. What are you talking about, Gary? What are you talking about? Well, air cleaners is what it's doing. Air scrubbers, for me, are not the best. Air scrubbers, for me, are rotomolded units. They're usually cheaper in nature. And every time we put one of these metal units, which it all to do with how they seal the filters. So in a metal unit, I can get a nice square filter into a square metal space. In a rotomolded space, it's never quite the same. So metal, I can always get a filter in there nice and snug and get it sealing better in any metal unit. So, and then it comes down to the quality of the filters. So you've got some of them are H11, some are H13, some are H14. This is Halo and Trotec, and these have got both H14 HEPAs in them. So we've got a particle counter here, Trotec PC200. And what I do is I challenge any other air scrubbers in the marketplace. I challenge them with any of our air cleaners against this one versus that one. So what you'll find is I just did a test at one of the training schools at the Australian Cleaning and Restoration Academy, and we had 7,400 particles in the air, and out of a Chinese cheaper unit, we had 5,700 particles coming out at 0.3 of a micron. Then I put a Trotec unit in place, and it was 0 particles coming out. So we found out that, well, hang on, one's actually cleaning the air, one's pretending to clean the air. But I make more money out of this one because it's cheaper. I can put it in for the insurance companies. Well, guess what? The insurance companies are getting training. And guess what? The insurance companies are finding out that, hey, we need you to justify your air cleaner. Now, can you justify it was actually doing the job you said it was doing? You're charging these out for weeks on end. Was it actually doing anything? Well, now you can use a particle counter to go, well, hang on. This is a relative scale of the particles. Were this, and now they're this. They're going into the air cleaner at X, and they're coming out of the air cleaner at Y. So let's do some particle count check here now. So we're going to run this unit here. And what we're trying to pick up is particles from 0.3, 0.5, 1 micron, 2.5, 5 micron, and 10 micron. How many particles? But let's focus on the hardest one as the 0.3 of a micron. We'll focus on the hardest one to see how many particles it picks up. Then we'll turn these air cleaners on and see what we can get. Okay, so we've got 8,934 particles at 0.3 of a micron. Let's see the difference coming out, okay? So let's turn on our halo. So it has a slow speed, fans starting off, and then it speeds up accordingly to whatever level you set it on. And then we'll do the Trotec straight after. Well, what a terrible unit. Terrible unit. It's come out of 0 particles. So I challenge any air scrubber versus a proper air cleaner. That's the difference at Restore Solutions. We don't sell on price, we sell on quality. Quality. We don't want to sell on price, okay? We want the best of the best, the one that's the best for the job. Turn our Trotec on. Same style of fan. Well, this one must have picked up something. It was 23. Okay, it's 23. Me being honest with you guys here, I have to tell you exactly what's coming out of each. Turn these off so you can hear me. So it depends sometimes this one, but they're always very minimal numbers. They're always very minimal numbers. When you've got a high quality air cleaner, that's the difference. We even have the Trotec units that are the yellow units where you can change the position of the fan, where you can have the pre-filter, the F7 filter, and then the HEPA, and then the fan. And you can actually move the fan back this way, the pre-filter, the F7, the fan, and you're forcing it through the HEPA. So you cannot get cleaner air than that. Cannot get cleaner air. So when you look at one of our units that we have, it's always we find the best of the best, the cleanest units. So that's when you look at having a particle counter to justify what you are doing. So be careful of imitations out there selling on price. I like to do the job properly, and that's what we educate the Australian Cleaning and Restoration Academy. We educate you to do it properly and use high quality products. So if we can find a better product, we bring it in with Restore Solution somehow. So we try to find the best of the best and bring it to you. That's the beauty about when we deal with German manufacturing, you get high quality like that. So check out our websites for further information on this subject. But hey, make sure you look at a particle counter and look at proper air cleaners and start justifying your jobs. Thanks for watching.